Welcome back to the Wind Tunnel, presented by Advance Auto Parts. And right now, I am very, very pleased to welcome into the Wind Tunnel a fellow that has had success both in IndyCar and in NASCAR, but more importantly, has to put up with me each and every week during the NTT IndyCar series as my co-host with Brick by Brick. We're talking about AJ Allmendinger. Dinger, hope the off season's been well for you, and it's good to reconnect.
Yeah, it's been going well. I thought it was a great idea to take my semi-retired life and turn it into a possible 40 race season this year. So, just preparing for that. You know how it always is. It's like you go kind of through December, everything slows down, Christmas and New Year's, and all of a sudden it's like a week after New Year's, it's go time and it's packed. So, ready to get going.
What went into the thought process? Because when you and I visited over the course of the last 2 years, you were pretty comfortable with just being able to pick and choose and enjoy time off, kind of echoing, the same sentiment as a Jimmy Johnson who said, "Look, I just don't want to put up with the demands of a week by week by week." And people don't realize that it's not just Thursday, Friday, Saturday; it's Zoom meetings, etc. So, what in God's name possessed you to jump back into the deep end of the pool?
It was simple. My golf game was going to hell, and I was like more miserable playing golf every day because I was really struggling. So I was like, I got to go racing again. This isn't helping my golf game. No, but in all honesty, it really came down to the men and women at College Racing. I just over the 2 years that I have spent there running, I think it was 5 races in 2019. We happened to actually do 11 races last year. I just really enjoyed it. And, when you're competitive, it's fun to show up to the racetrack every weekend. And it's still a team that is building. It's only going to be its 6th year in existence. So there's still a lot of growth. And that's something that I've really found that to enjoy is the fact that I'm part of that. And I like trying to help make the team grow. I love Matt Collig as the team owner. He's such a positive person, fun to be around. Chris Rice, which is the team president and competition director, the same feel. And it just kind of trickles down through the team. It's just a good energy. And I really enjoyed it. And it was something kind of middle of last year. I thought as we started talking about, okay, maybe there's a opportunity full time. I thought, do I want to do it? I mean, it's a grind when you do it every weekend. It's nice when you have a bad weekend, you can take a month off and kind of just relax. But I just really thought about how much I enjoy being around the team every weekend. And, quite honestly, Jack, right now, the pandemic, it's these one kind of weekends where you show up and you don't practice and you drop the green. We're going to have really, I think, all but 8 races are that schedule. Yeah, I mean, you still got to be focused and go to the shop during the week and meetings, et cetera, maybe sim work, but you're not there for 4 days anymore. We show up, we drop the green, and we make it happen. And even when you don't, especially in the Xfinity series, it's a Friday, Saturday thing in your home. So that makes the schedule a little bit better.
During my course of time on the SiriusXM NASCAR channel, I've kind of mused about this. I think I've exchanged it with you. When NASCAR created the triple tier, starting with the Camping World Truck Series and the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and then the Ultimate, the Cup Series, you can kind of classify the Truck Series as the entry portal. And the Truck Series is the entry portal, and the Cup Series is the ultimate goal. But it's almost as if becoming inadvertently orphaned is how do you refer to the Xfinity Series, because you've got some that are on the way up, and I'm not going to say others that are on the way down, but others, and you're a very good classic case in point, that find a home there, whether it's Justin Allgaier or before him. The one I remember is Randy LaJoy, multi-time Xfinity Series champion, that used to chuckle and say, "Hey, while everybody else is beating and banging on Sundays, I'm at home with my kids in the pool." So how do you, now that you've decided to embrace the Xfinity Series yet again, how do you classify it?
Well, I mean, I've at least in my time. So I came into NASCAR kind of at the end of 2006, but I watched it growing up. And you named a great person there when it comes to Randy LaJoy, where, yeah, the truck series and the Xfinity series are made for the young drivers to try to move forward to the Cup series. And we keep seeing that time in and time out. Just recently when you got guys like Eric Jones and Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, Tyler Reddick, we just saw the rookie class that the Cup series had. I mean, it is a proving ground to move these young drivers up to Cup, but the truck series and the Xfinity series is always, to me, also been a place for certain guys that can kind of sit there. I mean, look at Todd Bodine. I mean, He made a career. Yeah, he was great when he ran the Xfinity series and dabbled a little bit in the Cup series, but really, his name was made in the truck series. You look at a guy recently now, like Matt Crafton in the truck series. So, you can find a home if it's the right organization. And for me, it's not about, I'm going to make a home for the next several years in the Xfinity series. It's just that I like being a part of college racing, and I want to try to help them and do my best to help them grow, because the plan truly is for them is to try to move into full-time Cup racing in 22. And if I can just help be a part of that, and I enjoy being a part of the organization, and, wherever that takes me, it takes me. I'm 39 years old now. I don't have to look, oh my God, what's my next move next year? Already thinking about, 22 and 23 and beyond. I don't care. I'm just going to go enjoy racing for the year.
You touched upon something that I think does come with age and experience. And that is that attitude of, I don't have to continue to plot and plan, 1-year plans, 5-year plans, 10-year plans. And that seems to me, as I've observed it, to increase the fun factor and also create a different sort of satisfaction for drivers. And for AJ Allmendinger, the fact that you were able to step away and the fact that you were able to observe it from maybe 40,000 feet above and say, if, and now you are going back into it, I can approach it a little bit differently. Are you going to?
I signed a contract that I have to, because Chris Rice told me, and my wife Tara made a deal with him too, that she was going to stay on top of it, that if it looks like it's a job, then we're done doing it like that. And that was the first rule he made for me, because he's seen me. But I didn't know Chris Rice before college racing, but he had watched me throughout my career, and he saw it on my face. He saw the daily struggles of the grind that I put on myself, so yeah, that's part of it. Sure. Am I gonna stress the night before and think about, okay, well, I got to be at my best. I want to put this team on my back, and we want to go win races. And ultimately, if we win a championship, then great. But more importantly, I think it's about the process of the season and going out there and trying to improve and win races when we have the opportunities. But mentally, yeah, I think that the daily side of it, for sure, I'm not going to stress constantly about, oh my God, if I lose my job, or what am I going to do? But sure, at the racetrack, no, I'm not going to change my mindset. I'm going to put all the pressure on myself. And I do that because I want to be at my best, because I believe the team that I'm driving for, and it's no different going to Rolex here in a couple of weeks for Meyer Shank Racing. The men and women that work there deserve the best of me, and I want to give it to them, because I see how hard they work, and the best way to show how much you appreciate it is go out there and be at your best and ultimately try to win the race. So I'm always going to put that on myself. But sure, the what happens after this, oh my God, if this isn't going well, like, no, it'll be fine. Like I'll be okay. And I signed a contract that says I have to be okay.
And you have a wife that'll make damn sure that it is
sure.
okay. Yeah,
she said She doesn't want me to go back to old AJ, so I have to be like that.
We're talking to AJ Allmendinger, who's about to embark on a full campaign for colleague racing in the Xfinity Series right here on the wind tunnel. So, AJ, you referenced Matt Colleague and Chris Rice and the way that they have built, a team from very small beginnings. I mean, let's face it, their race shop was a converted go-kart facility, shop on campus at Richard Childress Racing. As you've watched it grow, what do you think the strong assets are with that team that not only excite you, but more importantly, paint a very, very productive and successful picture when they do move in 2022, with fingers crossed, into the ultimate, and that's the Cup Series?
Well, I think just the way they've went about not growing too fast. We see so many times teams try to move to multiple cars before they're really truly ready. And when I got there, they'd been a single car team the whole time, but for the first really 4 years. And when I showed up, they were doing really a part-time. Okay, we're going to run a second car with Elliott Sadler ran it, and Ross Chastain did some races. I think Austin Dillon even ran a race or two. And they asked me to come do the road courses and ultimately run some of the speedway stuff. I said, okay, sure. And then, that second car went fairly well throughout the course of the year, not with just me in it, but, with Ross running really well. So because of that and the sponsorship dollars there, they moved to 2 cars last year, and I became the part-time third car. And that was the really thing that I saw in talking to Chris Rice, especially. I said, I don't want to move full-time as a third car if it's going to hurt this team every weekend. Sure, it's easy to get the cars prepped a couple of weeks out when all right, AJ's going to go run such and such race. But when you have to do it every weekend, I didn't want to hurt the growth of the team in that way. And he said no. And I see it because they have the right amount of people there and they have the growth. And that's what I think. They're going to run a part-time Cup schedule this year when it comes to some speedway races. And we've been talking about maybe the road course stuff. So we're working on that. But it's just kind of easing into it and then being ready the following year when the new car comes out. So I think it's just the being methodical and the way they go about it. And because of that, it's helped grow the team. They hadn't won a race in 4 years, and then Ross won their first race, and then I was able to win at the Roval. Then last year we won 5 races between myself and Justin Haley. So it's that right methodical approach that hopefully we go out this year and as a team with Jeb Burton now as one of the drivers of the organization, hopefully we can win 8 to 10 races, but it's easier said than done.
You do realize that you are the elder statesman, which is hard to attach that to your name because you were so brash, outspoken, and take no prisoners throughout your career. But now with the roster of drivers at Colleague Racing, you're the old guy.
Yeah, but I act like I'm 12, so I average out my real age with how I truly act. So I'm still like 17, really. I think is what it comes down to if you average that out.
Hey, before I let you go, I need an update on your 2 kids. First, the long-standing one that has his own Twitter account, your feline Mr. Tickles, and then of course last year's acquisition with it's I forget the pup's name.
Xena the
Xena. Yeah. So how are they driving you and Tara crazy?
Well, they drive Tara crazy because they wake her up in the middle of the night when they want something. So I've trained them well. They don't it's smart. They wake her up, make her get up, go do whatever they want, and then they crawl back into bed with me and I stay sleeping. So it's nice. No, we did a trip to Hilton Head. So it was a family trip, and then Zena's first time finally going to a racetrack at Rolex is going to happen. So we got a big road trip coming up for the family here. So all good in this life.
What did Xena and Mr. Tickles have to say about your decision to go full-time back into NASCAR?
They just said they want me to make enough money that they get more treats. That's all they want. That was their big thing. It was like treats. That's it.
It's a pretty simple life for Xena and Mr. Tickles. Hey, listen, AJ, it's always a pleasure. Couldn't be happier for you. You can see the smile on your face. You can hear it in your voice. And that generally telegraphs that there's success on the horizon and success that you will be able to enjoy with 2 folks that I agree with you are really outstanding. Chris Rice, who has talked you off the ledge several times. I've listened on the radio. And then Matt Colleague, who finally, after several years, is now got to construct a trophy case because he's getting some.
Yeah, that's all about it. You know, he wants trophies. We go trophy hunting, and the guy deserves it. We that's the fun thing, and that's probably the worst thing about the pandemic. One of many things is the fact that he hadn't been able to come to the racetrack a lot. And man, I miss that energy. He's got, well, first of all, he's an ex-quarterback, right? So he's got giant hands anyways. And then he wears these giant rings. He's got a bowl game ring when he was at Akron. And man, I don't miss it, but I do miss it when you get before the race or you win the race and he's in victory lane and he fist bump you with that giant ring and it feels like it breaks your hand. So I love driving for him, and that's the plan. Going trophy hunting.
Appreciate it, my friend, and good luck in 2021.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, pal.
All right, thanks, brother. Hope
Be
you're
well.
doing well.
Yeah, are you going to be able to be part of Brick by Brick?
I don't know. We got to talk about it. I got to see. I mean, I'd like to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It's just, different now when I can't. I mean, when we got maybe sponsor stuff or.
Yeah, I hear you.
I have to talk to those guys and see, if they're okay. If it's like, I just can't make it this week. Sorry, or what. So I gotta.
I hope you keep your hands in it because it really is a lot of fun. So
we can get Marco to come do it now.
God, how about that, huh?
I mean, he was mostly retired anyways. Right?
I wasn't going to go there.
I love him to death. So I'm happy if he's able to focus on Indy and that helps.
Yeah.
To do some other stuff, but man, it's kind of like over the last couple of years, like, man, I don't think the field will get any stronger. And then it just gets stronger.
It's
so
better.
It's gonna be a fun year.
Hey, I got to scoot. I got to go over to the front stretch. Take care, man.
Have fun. See you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.